right, so we got 21 people. Let me share my screen here. So right now we've made some deals with pretty big companies where they cover most of the US at this point. For those of you that are watching this live or attending this live, I'm just gonna let you know like a couple of niches for today. And that's gonna be bathroom remodeling, kitchen remodeling, foreclosure lawyer, workers' comp lawyer. Okay, so let's take a look at, and these are deals where even if you don't have a map listing, as long as your site is generating 10 leads or 15 leads, get paid. That's what's nice about having these deals is that sometimes when you have a site and it's not generating a lot of leads, then sometimes it's difficult to get in with a business owner. But with these deals in place and more will come over time, we'll be able to run this business model with more options for monetization, more options to get paid, which is always going to be good for us. So for example, if you only have a website with no GMB, but it's still generating 10 leads, like at least we have avenues where you can get paid for those leads, pay per lead. It requires more client management and on keeping track of the leads, making sure they're answering their phones. When it gets to a certain percentage where they're not answering their phones, then we would have to talk to that client and make sure they're answering their phones at a certain percentage. Also, like our sales team can also make other deals with other companies for pay per lead. So, for example, if the company doesn't answer their phone after 10 seconds, then we can forward that call to another company. We can implement these different systems in place so that we're trying to maximize getting paid for every lead that gets generated. Yeah, so every monetization has pros and cons. Obviously, with pay per lead, if you have a client that's not answering half their calls, then that's a problem, right? That's one of the bigger problem with that model, but there's ways to circumvent that or prevent those issues. I think this question is fairly related, so let me address this question by Yuri. I have a question. My first lead gen is finally picking leads, even without yet having backlinking implemented. But the question is, what is generally the minimum amount of leads needed in order to fulfill the golden handcuffs module? I know it depends on the niche and company, but have a general idea would really help. So if it's already generating leads, you want to begin forwarding that to a business owner. And every time you can listen in on the leads, which is an awesome advantage that we have. And so every time the business owner answers the call and it's like a real lead, you want to reach out to that business owner and start a dialogue, introduce yourself, tell them that, and maybe you reach out to them after 3, 4 solid leads. So it's Mr. Business Owner, I sent you this lead or this lead. How did it turn out? And then just get the business owner talking, let them know that you're the one that sent those leads. It is always easiest to start these relationships on a commission basis. So either you do 10% or pay per lead because you have to still warm up that business owner to working with you. If you got 3 leads, but it didn't really turn into any money versus you sent enough leads where that he just made $10,000 from your leads, like that business owner is going to treat you completely different. So when we talk about golden handcuffs, that often, in my experience, comes later in the relationship. Maybe first you strike up a deal of like around 10% commission for the first couple months. Then you can do more flat fee if the business owner is down for it. But don't try to golden handcuff the business owner too soon. Maybe in the beginning it's just an introduction and you let them know, hey, I got more leads that I can generate for you. I'm looking for a business owner that I can partner with long term. And I like to get paid on performance because I'm really good at what I do. And this site is just getting started. I can generate even more leads for you in the future. So right now, what I like to do is strike up some sort of a fair deal between us where you pay me either 10%, which is generally what my other clients pay me, a commission, or we can do pay per lead, which is very easy to calculate. So for example, if the business owner closes an average job, let's say is $1,000 and the business owner closes at 30%. So if I sent you 10 leads, you close 3 of those leads. That's $3,000 that business owner just closed. Out of that $3,000, my commission is usually 10%. So 10% of $3,000 that you just made is 300K. So when I generate for you $3,000 worth of jobs, like I'm easily worth $300, right? And I just sent you 10 leads and my commission was $300 with 10 leads. One lead that I generate for you, Mr. Business Owner, is around $30. So in the beginning, let's just start with pay per lead. And I'm going to continue to increase the lead volume for you over time. And then eventually down the road, once things become consistent, we can strike up a flat fee deal. That's generally, or you can just go straight 10% commission. There's pros and cons with 10% commission, or with pay per lead, you have to watch the leads a little bit more. You have to hope that you have a business owner that does a good job answering phone calls, things of that nature that you have to watch out for with pay per lead. I've done plenty of deals where it's 10% commission though in the beginning.